My name is Abran Maldonado. I'm the co-founder of Create Labs, and some folks also know me because I'm a public speaker in AI, and I'm also an ambassador for OpenAI. And today I presented on technology. There was a technology track today for the Know Your Rights camp where really exposed them to specifically generative AI and what's possible with these generative models for text and image and even video. So I didn't want to make it a slide-based corporate kind of talk with a lot of bullet points. Kids don't really respond to that. I am a former educator, but also knowing what really engages them are things that are what they call multimodal, right? Images, media, video. And since we're going into the multimodal space now with generative AI, it's important to show them what's possible by creating imagery and visuals that they can really respond to and get the idea like, wow, what I'm looking at right now, that's not real and I can make that too. And that was the main point of my presentation. So I made a AI Colin in the beginning of my presentation just to get everyone excited, like, oh, I'm seeing like an animated Colin and he didn't really give this speech. This is a different AI. It's just to set the stage of like, I'm gonna show you a bunch of things that you're not gonna be sure if it's real or not, and I'm gonna confuse you, and then I'm gonna tell you at the end how I made these technologies. So every time I showed a new video or a new image that was AI generated, there were a lot of gasps and moments of shock. But I think the big spoiler, one of the big spoilers was, A, I don't know how to code. So they were surprised by that. And I showed them that this is all simply just working with language and how you communicate to the machines to get your ideas across. So the students had a lot of great questions, some related to the tools that I used. So I did pull up a slide that they can screenshot and grab a picture of all the tools that they can sign up for right now and get started. I also challenged them and said, I will hire someone from this audience if you send me some examples of your work after using some of these tools. So I put the onus back on them and said, I will pay you for your next project if you learn how to use these tools. And then there were really some thoughtful questions around the ethics. Some kids asked, like, is it considered original work? Does the AI take credit for the work? Do I have to share the money that I make from this with the AI company? Those are all very important questions to ask because they're thinking about it the right way. And then even on my walk over here, I got stopped by some young students that expressed to me that they are already learning how to code in Python and are doing some interesting things that could transition to an AI career. Yeah, the advice that I would give to young people is that it looks harder than it actually is. It's not very hard. It's just intimidating because it's unfamiliar at the moment, right? But coding is very simple. You just got to learn the different languages. And then prompting, what I do with AI is even simpler than that because it's just natural language. You're just talking to the machine with no code. For our community, specifically the Black and Brown community, when it comes to AI, just create things that represent you, right? Because we need more we need more technology created by us that represents us and is inclusive of us. We can't just sit around and wait for other software developers and other AI engineers from Silicon Valley and other places to include us. We just have to go out there with those tools, since we have access to those tools, to create the tools that represent us, look like us, and are more diverse and inclusive of our cultures. So the one point that resonated with me the most is the right to be brilliant, because the community believed in me and thought that I was brilliant even as a young child, even before I believed in myself. And now that confidence is what took me into the AI space.